Does Skyward Sword have problems? Of course. Are there improvements to be made in Skyward Sword? Of course. Are there legit reasons to dislike Skyward Sword? Of course. Do I have problems with Skyward Sword? Of course. And you know what? I feel the same about every Zelda game out there. Now, perhaps I should not care what others people think and just say what I think or feel. And that is true, but yeah, it does kind of bother me because it became this game apparently that is the downfall or the misstep in the series, and everyone should treat it that way. And to me, it's not. Heck, not even by a little. Heck, most Zelda games, like I said before, have problems that are frustrating or even infamous. Remember the Water Temple? Remember the Triforce hunting? Remember the tear collecting? Which I don't despise at all, but you know, these perfect games always had issues. Now I do have all problems with these games, but that's for another story. Now, there is something called the Zelda cycle, and that every Zelda game was praised at first, but then it comes hate till the next Zelda games come out, and the cycle begins anew. Like, do you remember when everyone was spamming in the comment section what that Ocarina of Time was the most overrated game of all time, or the reveal of the Wind Waker that oh my god it's too kiddie, and now people complain that Twilight Princess is too gritty. The irony is stunning. Now back to Skyward Sword. A lot of the problems of Skyward Sword are rather similar than to other Zelda games, like the empty overworld or perhaps the story of the games are not as brilliant as they should be or could be, which is one of my biggest complaints. Or some things are just busy works, for example, like fetch quests or do this or do that, that are just kind of busy work, but whatever. Or it's too linear. Yeah, despite the popular belief, most 3D Zelda games are mostly linear, and you know what? That is fine. Linearity has advantages to non-linearity, and in my opinion, having non-linearity just for the sake of having non-linearity is worse than something that is linear. Yes, I am looking at you, Link Between Worlds. Where was I? Oh yeah, bad things about the Zelda games. There are a lot of things that people praise that I don't like or things that I like that everyone hates. And you know what? That's all subjective, and none of it is fact. Now, repeated criticism of Skyward Sword is your companion fire because she is too handholdy and she's worse than Navi. Now, I thought that Navi was hated because of her high-pitched voice or Gaboro for his long-windedness, and not because they were too handholdy. Are people really this proud? Is it this that big of a shame that there's someone who tells you what to do and when you already know what to do? Now, I do get mildly annoyed, and I do say mildly annoyed by the fact that they keep interrupting me, and that was because they were holding my hand. If, for instance, the hand holding was all replaced by by my house is on fire, I would be equally annoyed. And you know what? If the worst thing of a game is hand holding, I know I'm playing a really good game. There's an odd thing that is bothering me, and that is the fact that people hate chains. And maybe it's just the art style, but I adore the fact that Zelda games are different, because always doing the same thing is how you kill a franchise. Because all Zelda games are beautiful. Each Zelda game is a unique experience. The story, the characters, the sheer size of the world, each so complicated and yet exactly the same. I'll end it with this. Every time when a Zelda comes out, I know it won't be perfect. I know that I will have criticism. And you know what? I hold that standard to any game.